Today I'm going to be washing my makeup brushes, and I'm going to try this product here. It's from Real Techniques. It is a brush cleansing palette, and it comes with a free trial of their brush cleansing gel. So I've got all of my brushes ready to go. Here is the actual item, and it has a handle back here where you slide your hand. And then these are for your larger brushes, your medium brushes, and then your smaller brushes. And actually, I got 2 samples of the gel, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to start with my smaller brushes first. So I'm going to put the palette on like this, so the smaller brushes will be washed here. Let's say that's about a dime. Add warm water. I guess that's enough. I don't know, it didn't really say. And then I wash. Wow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash a couple brushes, and then I'll rinse them at the same time, and then squeeze the water out and put them on my towel to dry, because when you have one of your hands in this, you don't really have the ability to be able to squeeze out the bristles. So now what I want to do is I want to rinse my brushes. And then squeeze the excess water out. And then I'm just laying them on my towel to dry. I am sort of shaping them some. I will tell you that I think maybe I'm being a little rough because my brushes are starting to go crazy directions. So I'm going to try being a little more gentle. I do wish that they would give you some indication as to the cleansing gel for the dime size amount, approximately how many brushes they think that you could wash with that amount. And I get it, depending on how dirty the brush is and how big the brush is. I'm just curious to know if they think that 1 brush, 2 brush, 5, 10, you know, that's kind of a big idea. I'm sort of just doing it by my best sort of guess. I did 4 fluffy blending brushes with the first dime size amount, and then went ahead and rinsed it and started anew. I kind of think the nice thing about this is that you don't actually really need to hold it. I think that I could just set it down here in the bottom of my sink, and I think it would work just as well. You might have noticed I have all different types and brands of brushes. For my blending brushes, I have a mix of Sigma, Morphe, and I do have one that is Sonia Kashuk. For my flat shader brushes, I have a small and a large, which are both Sonia Kashuk. And then I have some generic brand. I honestly don't even know where I bought them. There are quite a few that came in a set, and they might be Studio Basics from like CVS or Walgreens, but I'm not even 100% sure. And then I have an Ulta crease brush, a Makeup Geek pencil brush, and then I have a short-handled powder brush. It actually was a retractable style powder brush, but the retractable mechanism broke. I like the brush head, and the size is great for my makeup bag, so I have just hung on to it, but it is kind of sad and does need to be replaced. I just washed a Real Techniques setting brush, and the one that I'm working on right now is an e.l.f. small tapered brush. A lot of my larger face brushes are from e.l.f. So there is the Real Techniques one, the e.l.f. small tapered. This is the e.l.f. small stipple brush. I don't use this one very often, but I did use a cream blush product the other day, and this is a great brush for that. So far I think I like the cleansing gel, but I do want to wait and see how my brushes feel once they are dry. I've used cleansing, I've used soap in the past that made my brushes feel filmy once they were dry. I thought I had done a thorough job of, washing all the soap out and everything, but they just left behind this like filmy feel. This was working really well on the eye brushes, but as I'm starting to get to some of these larger face brushes, it's a little more difficult. There wasn't anything on the packaging about only using certain size brushes with this. I feel like I need some more of the cleansing gel. There we go. So that little packet is almost empty, but it is, what is it? It is 0.25 fluid ounces, and I've basically almost done all of my brushes. I'd say that's pretty good. So there are my makeup brushes, washed and drying on this towel here. One of those little trial packets, 0.25 fluid ounces, was enough cleansing gel to do all of the brushes that you see here, and then my 2 sponges. Once these dry, I will go ahead and wipe down all of the handles with some rubbing alcohol, and then I will put them back in their storage case. First impression of the Real Techniques brush cleansing palette, I liked it. I thought it worked especially well on my eye brushes, a lot of these ones here. I had a little more difficult or trouble with some of the larger brushes, but I think that with such a small item, that kind of is to be expected. So, as I said, I will let you know once they dry how they feel as far as that cleansing gel, and whether or not I would recommend purchasing that cleansing gel or just using one that you already have and know that you like. So, I will talk to you in a bit. This was filmed a few days ago. My brushes are now dried and put away, and they feel great. In the bottom, I put my larger face brushes. Then in the top drawer, I put my smaller eye brushes, and then my Beauty Blender sponges, and it all fits nicely in this carrying case that I've had probably for almost 20 years. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's free.